A little under 2 years since the release of their last album, You Are We, While She Sleeps are back with a brand new record called So What. It's released today, March 1st by Spinefarm Records UK. This is an album that's about change, specifically change within the While She Sleeps camp. Something the 5Ps and the fanbase probably should be kind of used to, considering You Are We, an album where they went it their own way, did it themselves with funding, crowdfunding via the fan base. And So What kind of sees the band reunite with a label to, I guess, really give it a promotional push and really basically not be hamstrung by the difficulties that come with crowdfunding. You only have to watch the recent documentary, So What, to kind of get an idea of the difficulties they had between You Are We and So What, personal problems in their lives as much as just generally the entity that is While She Sleeps. Seemingly aware of a possible fan backlash in regards to them reuniting with a label, the band have done some impressive marketing to ensure that the fans see they haven't lost what made them feel like one of us, a normal, everyday bunch of people. And we're huge fans. Here at the site, GBHBL, Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, we're huge fans, but haven't always been sold on what the band have produced. Our early days start with This Is the Six, getting into that album, then Brainwashed and You Are We. We enjoyed You Are We, but didn't love it unconditionally, which you can actually read about on the site. There's a review over there, plus singles, plus live reviews of the shows they were doing around about that time. And the same kind of goes for, I think, varied opinions on the 5 singles that were released up to this album. Antisocial, Haunt Me, The Guilty Party, Elephant, and Set You Free. There's 5 single reviews over on the site. You can check each one out, written by different writers. So you can see a varied opinions there. And, we loved some, we didn't love others. So how does So What stack up? Well, rest assured it's a good album. In fact, it's a very good album, but one that is going to take a little time and bedding in to really enjoy. This isn't the While She Sleeps that made This Is the Six. This is a newer, older and wiser entity that has one eye on the future and takes steps to making that the present. The first single, Antisocial, was released like 4 months ago, and while it took a few plays for us to get on with it, it's a banger, it really is. And the opening track on So What, a great choice of an opener, as it's very much a transition song, plenty of hard-hitting riffs, a touch of aggression, and a hefty dollop of political intent. There's that side of it all throughout the album, but really present on Antisocial more than anything else, it seems. I've seen it all. It introduces the elements that long-term While She Sleeps fans will have the most difficult time getting used to. And it's the electronica. It's here and it's present in the background. It's more of an experiment than anything else. The band clearly aren't all in on it, in that they're not pushing it to the front. They're not saying this is what we want you to hear. It's there. It's kind of the background. It's noticeable. You will notice it. But the radio rock rhythm of this track kind of keeps things simple, keeps things ticking along all right, and makes that balance a little bit more palatable. Whereas Inspire's electronica really doesn't sit right. Inspire, the next track on the album, it's got a more traditional heavy shape-shifting of a metal track thing going on with some nice choir vocals which helps improve things. But the electronica here, it just doesn't quite work for me. The experimentation is also far from over, as the title track and The Guilty Party come in quick succession. The former starts off with plenty of promise, a sharp set of vocals and odd guitar whine, but settles into fairly run-of-the-mill rock blandness. It's probably one of the weakest tracks on the album, while the latter is a bit more energetic and finishes in serious style. Guilty Party's been out for a while now, so hopefully we're all used to that and kind of enjoying it a bit more. One of the more impressive things about So What is how everything flows and it feels like a complete album. The more experimental evolution does gel well with the more traditional grooves, metalcore choruses and twisted riffs for the most part. The triple header of Haunt Me, Elephant and Set You Free, all previous release singles, shows this balance perfectly. Easily the strongest point of the album, as each track is a great blend of classic sleeps and modern sleeps. This segment of these 3 songs is the one that I think, most fans are going to be like, if they were playing it, probably skip to these 3 and just listen to these 3 in succession. Really, really good songs in their own right, with enough, like I say, traditional sleep stuff going on, but also that same one eye on the future thing. The final few tracks keep things fairly strong, although Good Grief and Back of My Mind have a few moments that might raise an eyebrow or two. The real strength of the finale lies in Back of My Mind's out of control riffs and energetic metalcore flashes. But, and this is a big but, the drum and bass rap combo near the end of that track is awful. in my opinion, it's absolutely awful. It's jarring and so out of the blue, it's downright annoying. Experimentation, yeah, but it's got to be good experimentation. This just sounds awful, and it's just so unlike this band. Especially, there's nothing else like this on the album, this drum and bass rap combo, and it's only this segment, and it's kind of just like, wow, what on earth made you think that was a good idea, guys? I think that's absolutely awful. I wonder how many people agree with me. Maybe there's some that think, yeah, that's brilliant, I really like what they do there, but I really, really don't. Thank God it's not the last thing we hear on So What, though. We end on a banger, that is Gates of Paradise. It's probably as classic Sleeps as you're going to get on this album. The buzz of the riffs and the hardcore vocals really excelling here. It's a great finish. And it kind of leaves you in mind that this is ultimately what we said at the start, a transitional album. That much is clear, actually, as you go through it. You can hear the obvious steps that While She Sleeps are taking to get to their future. A smart decision, as the fan base is going to have to get used to these changes. And I can see a fair few fans having a hard time getting on with this, especially if you're hoping for more of a this is the sixth brainwash kind of release. But to be honest, after You Are We, you probably shouldn't be looking for that. It's just one that's going to take, I think, at least a couple of listens, maybe more than that, to start noticing things that you're like, yeah, I like that, and I like that element, and I like that element. And then when you listen to it as a whole, thinking, yeah, this works out really, really well. Because however, regardless of its faults, and there are some, So What is an impressive release, and proof that While She Sleeps aren't afraid to adapt and move with the times. It's out now. You can check it out via all the usual places, your streaming, your shops. Go to While She Sleeps website to pick it up if you want to get your own copy, and so on and so forth. Tell us what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching.